Good morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica Wolf, and today I'm talking about my results after 9 weeks of carnivore. Well, this last week I'm also doing a transition where I'm transitioning to an autoimmune protocol to help with my thyroid issues. I was suggested to do that for 3 months. So that also includes eliminating eggs, which I've done the last couple days and I'm doing all right. Dairy, which I eliminated about a week ago. And so from here on out, this is what I'm going to be following. So I was transitioning and I said the 1st of September is the day, my cutoff date. I'm sticking to it strictly. So far, only a few days in, but I've done it. It wasn't easy, but I've been doing it. All right, so after 9 weeks of carnivore, my results, and then doing this extra transition, I'm also going to share my results from just this week, from last week, and total since the 1st of July. So from last week, I am down 0.3 inches. No big deal. But I am down 1.8 pounds. So I like that. I liked seeing that. It's been a while since I've seen that number on the scale. So total, I lost 6.3 inches since the beginning of July and 12.6 pounds since the beginning of July, which for 9 weeks, I consider that a huge success. I know somebody was asking, well, how much do you have to lose? I'm like, well, I have 40 or 50 more pounds to lose to get to my ideal weight. And my ideal weight really depends on my body composition at that time. So I'm not really focusing on the actual weight number, because as I'm going through September, October, November, I plan on incorporating weight training twice a week. And I know between being carnivore, even a further elimination of carnivore and weight training, that body composition and gaining muscle can skew those numbers on the scale. So in my mind, I know where I felt the best, but I can't say that I can't remember if I was lifting weights at that time. I think I was, but the eating part is different. So I have a range. I have a 10-pound range is where my ideal goal is right now. So that's what I'm aiming towards. And so far, it's been a great journey on carnivore. I'm just as I was getting used to it and saying, hey, I can do this, I got thrown in another ringer for my thyroid issues and trying to incorporate an autoimmune protocol. So the eggs were a big thing. Here's my second big thing. My second big thing that I did not realize until I started going through to figure out what nightshades and nightshade seasonings incorporated. A lot of my seasonings, although no sugars added and organic, were had nightshades seasonings in them. So what I mean for nightshade seasonings, a lot of them had red pepper flakes and paprika, and I'm like, oh, those little things that give me just a little extra. Now I'm having to cut out. So I had this whole basket of seasonings that I thought I was doing good. And a lot of them were the Redmond salts, and they have the Redmond seasonings. And I'm like, they're clean seasonings. I trust them. But there are some nightshades in some of those ones that I purchased. So for the last couple days when I'm seasoning, I'm limited, very limited to really 2 different type of salts that I was able to put on for seasonings, and that was a struggle. So I have some smoked salts on the way. I'm excited to try those because I miss having flavor, and I knew it was going to be a hard transition, so I'm doing the best I can to stay on track. And it's Labor Day, it's holiday, I'm going to be out with family, and it's going to be a struggle. I'm getting ready and I'm eating beforehand, going to the Labor Day party, just playing, having fun, enjoying myself, and then going to be coming home and eating. So I'm not planning on eating while I'm there. So that's my plan. I've done it before on Labor Day pretty easily. It's a large enough group. People don't even realize that you're not eating because it's usually a long enough line. By the time the people at the end of the line are getting through, the first people are done. So no one thinks anything of you not eating. So I don't have that pressure like I do in other smaller situations. Now, so those are my results for so far on week 9, and I'm kind of wondering with transitioning from the getting rid of dairy and eggs, how that's going to affect things. I have found the last couple nights I've been needing more sleep. I am shocked at how tired I was. So I think last night I fell asleep a couple hours earlier than normal. I woke up and I was like, "Are you seriously?" I fell asleep. I knew I was tired, so I laid down. I did not realize I was going to fall asleep. And a couple hours later, I woke up and it's like, well, now it's time for bed. And I had no problem getting in bed and falling asleep again. And then this morning, I woke up refreshed. I'm feeling great. So I don't know if that's part of the transition, eliminating. I don't know, but I thought that was very odd because I don't normally sleep. That was over 10 hours, and I don't normally sleep that long. So obviously my body needs the extra rest. I'm planning on, after a long day today, I'm going to need the extra rest. So now, since the last 2 days I've been sleeping, it probably has been 10 to 12 hours. I am figuring that in for my plan for tomorrow for class, because I know I have to be up early. So I'm like, I don't want to have to be up early and be extra tired. So I am planning on leaving early, coming home, winding down, getting things ready, and getting some sleep, because just based off the last couple days, I needed it. So I want to make sure I give my body that rest that it needs. So that is my update. I created a tracking sheet. I love my tracking sheets as I go through to meet my goals for September. And so I have my goals. I try to make it as simple as possible. Just check marks. Did I do this? Yes, 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 yes. And if I didn't, I don't check mark it, right? So I have my goals on here. I have you can see it. I have my sauna, lift weights, exercising, my protein, my step goals. And then I'm trying to figure out, I've been tired lately. A lot of that has to do with the hypothyroidism, but I'm trying to figure out if there are certain times or stressors, and I'm trying to track when I'm tired. And then I have my goals for the end of the week of just checking, did I sauna the 2 times a week like I planned on? Did I lift the weights 2 times a week like I planned on? Did I close my exercise ring 4 times a week? Did I meet my protein goals? That's another thing I did track. I did meet my protein goals for this last week. There was a few days I was under, and then obviously there's a few days I'm over. So averaging, my goal is 110 grams, and for the week I averaged out to 115 grams. So I'm happy with that. That also meant upping my calories, which I was following, if you watched last week, Nutrition with Judy was talking about where your goals should be for protein and age and their ideal weight for your height, and that's kind of where I came up. That's where I came up with my protein goals. And then depending on how active, she had like a suggested number of calories, just because we are going to consume calories, and it's all based off of nutrient dense foods. And the more nutrient dense foods you have, the more calories they tend to be. It's proteins and fats. A lot of those things are more calories. And so I've been trying to aim closer to the 1,800 to 2,000 calorie range. And I came in right at about 1,900 calories on average for this last week. And so 1,900 calories. So for you that are calorie counters that are not eating enough, just realize you can eat more. You're focusing on your protein and fats. Your proteins are going to give you all your essential amino acids. And if you're really eating all different types of beef is the most nutrient dense food on this planet. So in order to get enough nutrients, highly suggest beef. I think I have beef pretty much every day. So I did this week. And you're going to have more calories. And depending on your activity level, it's going to depend on how many calories you need. So I did have a link to her page that I suggest watching as well, just to help you figure out and understand what I'm saying and where I'm coming up with some of this stuff. So that was 1,900 on average, 1,900 calories a day. And I was at 115 grams of protein on average throughout the week. And then if you want, I don't track my fat grams. I kind of go off of percentages more, but I was at 147 grams of fat on average per day with that, if you're interested in that. So that's what I'm doing, where I was at for this last week. So different people argue with me that, and especially friends and family members argue with me that I eat too much, that I'm not going to be able to lose weight. And no, I'm obviously able to do this. I'm wondering what this is all going to affect, eliminating the dairy and eggs, how much this is going to help with the stall that I've been on, that I've been like frustrated with. I know when I went from keto to carnivore, I had great success the last 8 weeks. And then this transition, I'm wondering where it's going to take me. I'm also keep wondering what else am I going to find in my fridge that I've been eating that I can't eat, as I'm looking through the autoimmune protocol list for carnivore. So that keeps surprising me as I'm going through each day. So mainly this week, I have been eating ground beef, and to season or put something on it so it's not so dry, I've been using ghee. And then I've been eating bacon. And that's been most of what I've eaten. Yesterday I made a roast just so I have some type of different texture for the beef, but it's mainly been beef and bacon. And the beef, if I need some more moisture, I've been adding a little bit of ghee to get that moisture. So that's what I've been doing. All right, well, tell me what you think. I know I loved all the comments of everyone like, I don't know if I could do eggs without eggs. It's hard. I'm not going to deny that. If I cave, it would probably have to do something with eggs. And I'm looking at when I start incorporating foods in right now, just off of going through everything in my fridge and my pantry and going through, I'm like, the first thing for me to reintroduce is either going to be, at this point, either eggs or seasonings, because I had no clue how many seasonings I had that may have had red pepper. Like some of them, it's just the only thing in the whole seasoning thing is red pepper, and then a bunch of things that would probably be fine with. But I'm supposed to eliminate all nightshades, so that's the fruits, the vegetables, which I wasn't eating anyway, but the seasonings, yes. And that also includes like taco seasonings. I know today we're supposed to be doing a taco bar, and I'm like, the beef would have been fine. I'm going to stay away from it. I'm going to stay away from it. If I cave now, it'll be too easy for me to cave the next couple months. So I'm going to stay strong and power through. I have a plan. Tell me, what do you do in these situations? All right, and thanks for watching. We will see you next time.